Start. Human life is perhaps the most precious gift of the nature, which many describe as the Almighty stop. This is the reason why it is argued that if you cannot give life, you do not have the right to take it. Stop. Many believe that capital punishment should not be imposed irrespective of the nature and magnitude of the crime. Stop. Others think that death penalty operates as a strong deterrent against heinous crimes and there is nothing wrong in legislative prescription of the same as one of the punishments. Stop. The debate on this issue became more intense in the second part of the 20th century, and those belonging to the first school of thought succeeded in convincing the governments of about 140 countries to abolish death penalty. Stop. Para. In India, death was prescribed as one of the punishments in the Indian Penal Code 1860 IPC, and the same was retained after independence. Stop. However, keeping in view the old adage that man should be merciful to all living creatures, the framers of the Constitution enacted Articles 72 and 161, under which the President or the Governor, as the case may be, can grant pardons, reprieves, respites, or remission of punishment, or suspend, remit, or commute the sentence of any person convicted of any offence, and as will be seen hereinafter, the President has exercised power under Article 72 in large number of cases for commutation of death sentence into life imprisonment, except when the accused was found guilty of committing gruesome and or socially abhorrent crime. Stop. Para. The campaign for the abolition of capital punishment led to the introduction of a bill in the Lok Sabha in 1956, but the same was rejected on 23/11/1956. Stop. After 2 years, a similar resolution was introduced in the Rajya Sabha, but after considerable debate, the same was withdrawn. Stop. Another attempt was made in this regard in 1961, but the resolution moved in the Rajya Sabha was rejected in 1962. Stop. Notwithstanding these reversals, the votaries of no capital punishment persisted with their demand. Stop. The Law Commission of India examined the issue from various angles and recommended that death penalty should be retained in the statute book. Stop. This is evinced from the 35th report of the Law Commission, the relevant portions of which are extracted below. Stop. The issue of abolition or retention has to be decided on a balancing of the various arguments for and against retention. Stop. No single argument for abolition or retention can decide the issue. Stop. In arriving at any conclusion on the subject, the need for protecting society in general and individual human beings must be borne in mind. Stop. It is difficult to rule out the validity of or the strength behind many of the arguments for abolition, nor does the Commission treat lightly the argument based on the irrevocability of the sentence of death, the need for a modern approach, the severity of capital punishment, and the strong feeling shown by certain sections of public opinion in stressing deeper questions of human values. Stop. Para. Having regard, however, to the condition in India, to the variety of the social upbringing of its inhabitants, to the disparity in the level of morality and education in the country, to the vastness of its area, to diversity of its population, and to the paramount need for maintaining law and order in the country at the present juncture, India cannot risk the experiment of abolition of capital punishment. Stop.